Hello, welcome. This is Anime Zone. Today I will be reviewing ReZero Season 2, Episode 1. For the last half a day, I've been debating with myself whether I want to make this video or not. Because I love ReZero. It's in my top 10 favorite animes, or top 5. I love it so much, and I want to talk about it, but I don't know if making a video for every episode would have been something that I was willing to do, right? Because, I talk about a lot when I review my stuff, but I don't really talk about individual episodes that much, so I don't know if I could do it. But for a show like this, for I think ReZero, because I have a lot of passion for it, I think that I can say a lot of things and I can do a lot of callbacks. So I'm gonna do it because I love it too much, and there's a lot of things that I want to say in this episode, and I know if I just wait for the second season to be over and then I review that, I'm gonna forget, or I'm not gonna have time to like put it in. So I decided to make a new type of content, and I'm gonna call it seasonal reviews, where I will review individual episodes that are coming out from any given show that I'm interested in, as as the episodes as they come out, and you guys get to hear me talk about it. For now, it will only be ReZero. Maybe God of High School, but I don't really think I'll have a lot of to say about that. It's just fighting. But there is another one that I might do. My Team Romantic Comedy season 3, since that's coming out, and I love My Team Romantic Comedy. It's also in my favorites list, so I'll have a lot to say about that. And I think those two will be the only ones I'll do, but I'm not sure about My Team Romantic Comedy yet. I'll see about that. For now, though, ReZero for sure. With that out of the way, let's get started with this review. I'll go through the whole episode, and like usual, I'll talk about things I like, and I didn't really dislike anything in this episode because my love for it just blinds me from any criticism that I would give it. Just know from now that it's pretty great. It was a pretty great way to start off this season, and a pretty great way to get me hyped. I mean, I was already hyped for it, right? But it got me even more hyped. But it doesn't matter. Let's begin with the description of the episode. So we begin with the director's cut, or the ending of the director's cut, with when Emilia says, "Who is Ram?" And I don't really have much to say about the scene apart from it's handled very well. But I do like the transition to going to see what happened to Ram, with all those images flashing by and the music that they put in there. I almost thought we were gonna go into the OP, but they decided not to do that in the first episode. This episode is 28 minutes long, and there is no OP nor ED. And ReZero did do that a lot, and I'm very happy that they're continuing that. That's more ReZero stuff for me to enjoy, so I'm happy. Regardless, it begins with showing that Rem is having a talk with Krush, and then they get attacked. They were on their way back from carrying the dead body of the whale, and they were attacked by two archbishops. Their sins, like the 7 deadly sins. And the ones that we get to see in this one is greed and gluttony, so I will refer them as that, so that I don't have to say archbishop for the rest of this. I do want to say though, I really like the greed guy. I don't know, it's the way he was acting, like he doesn't seem, he has a very distinct personality, I would say. I guess if I had to pin it down, I would say that that's what intrigued me about his character, because it's his reaction to things that I really like. The way when Krush used her sword to swipe at him, he reacted in such a mature manner, I would say, because he wasn't mad enough to kill her, but he did want to like teach her a lesson by chopping off her arm. Even though she clearly was trying to kill him, he decided that no, it's not worth it. I'll just teach her a lesson by chopping off her arm. I can't really put a finger on it, and like I can't put my thumb on it, like what exactly I'm trying to say when it comes to him. But there's something about him that I'm very intrigued, that I really like, and that I want to see more of. I'm guessing he's one of the main villains of this arc, so I'm very, very excited to see. Secondly, there's gluttony, and gluttony comes in after he devoured everybody else's memories, as we find out later. And the only one standing is Rem, who can still fight, of course. And she stands up to two of them because she hates the Witch's cult, and we already know this. But Gluttony, I really liked his Japanese voice actor. I think like the way he was doing his voice was great. And Rem proceeds to get in a fight with two of these guys, which was a bad idea because she lost, and she lost really bad. Losing both her name and memories in the process, and taking away Rem from this story. From what I've heard, she won't really appear in this season that much, which is depressing. But it is what it is. More characters get to shine. So let's move on. It cuts to Subaru after everybody's getting healed who got attacked, and Subaru is desperate to find Rem, and you really feel it because he's looking everywhere, and he's going into despair until he finally does find her. And I think the voice actor really does a good job, Subaru's voice actor, because it is such a great voice actor. It's such like a great voice for Subaru. Like when you see Subaru, I think of that's his voice, that is Subaru. And it fits him so perfectly, and the voice actor has a great range. His delivery of lines, especially when Subaru is being tormented or is depressed or whatever, is great. It's just amazing. But let's get back to describing the scene. He finds Rem and she's laying down there. A healer just declared that there's nothing he can do, and Subaru lashes out at him, very childish, because he doesn't wanna believe that there's nothing that they can do, and he's there saying that no, you have to be able to do something. You're a healer, can't you use your magic? But he can't because that's not the problem here. It's not she doesn't have a physical wound. It's her name and her memories that are gone. Subaru gets down on his knees. He's in a low state right now. He sees a knife or a sword, a broken sword. He grabs it, and I was like, oh my god, he's gonna kill himself. And this scene was handled great because he's tearing up and he's doing it, and he's saying that it doesn't matter if he has to go back and do all of that all over again. He'll do it if he has to save Rem. And this shows how much he really cares about her. And it's such a great scene, and with him crying and everything. When he said that he would have to go back to save Emilia and Rem, I was getting Steins Gate vibes. When Steins Gate, when they have to save either Makise or Mayuri, I was getting that type of vibes. But I knew that it wasn't going to be that type of story because once he does kill himself, he goes back to where the episode started. And you could see it in his face when he realizes this. And when he asks Emilia, who is Rem? Or do you know who Rem is? And Emilia, he knows what Emilia is about to say, but he doesn't want to hear it right now. That's not what he wants to hear, and you can see it in his face as Emilia says, "Who is that?" And it really got to him. And we cut to him being by Rem's side in the bed, and Puck comes out, has a nice little discussion with him, and tells Subaru about the power of gluttony. And that's when we find out about it too, right? And that's a great scene. That's a nice scene. And we move on to the scene where they discuss about their alliance that they have with Cruz, because she lost her memories and she's acting different. She doesn't know anything, and there's no way to get him back. At least, not right now. I'm guessing if you kill Glutton, you can get it back, and that's how everything will go back to normal, or how the people will come back. But that's just a guess for now. But yeah, this scene was also pretty great. I don't really have much to say about it. It's a scene that happened, and I liked it. But I think the real highlight of the episode was at the ending. We're back where Subaru's waiting beside Rem, and he's just there and he's watching her. He hasn't cried yet, and Emilia walks in. And I love this about Emilia's character, that she wants to help Subaru. And she wants to help Rem too, even though she doesn't know who Rem is. She doesn't remember who Rem is. But just because Subaru cares and remembers, and she sees how much it hurts him to see Rem like this, that's good enough reason for her to care too. And that's such a wonderful thing. Emilia in general is such a nice character. Like she's so innocent, and I hope we get to see more of her in this season than we did in last season, and we get more development with her. But regardless, Subaru is there, and they have a little chat, a little back and forth, with Subaru saying that he's pretty pathetic, her disagreeing, and her saying that she wants to be there and help him out. She wants to be here for him. And such a great scene, especially when the highlight of it is when he tells Emilia to turn around because he's gonna cry. and that was powerful. Subaru at this point has mastered the ugly cry. They animated so well. The animation throughout this episode was just so great, and it's at least it's on par on season one. The quality hasn't dropped. I really love that Emilia went to comfort him, and the episode ends with Subaru swearing that he's gonna save Rem, that he's gonna be the hero that Rem thinks he is, and that's such a great scene. That last scene, amazing, and these scenes, these moments, that's why I love ReZero. You know, that's why it's up there as my favorite, because of the way the characters react. Mostly Subaru. He is my favorite character of ReZero, and without him, the story wouldn't work. If we had any other like protagonist that is overpowered or whatever, it wouldn't work. I love how pathetic Subaru is, but yet still somehow finding a way to get through it, you know. And I love it. What can I say? And I love this episode. I think it was a great way to start it. I'm very excited to see where the story goes from here. I heard season 4 arc 4 is gonna be the arc that they're adapting, and I heard that's a crazy arc, so I'm very excited. But yeah, with all that said, this has been Anime Zone. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.